time for another stock review. We're now talking Surf Air Mobility, SRFM. We're talking about electrifying aeroplanes now. Going to get quite exciting, this one. Is it possible? Yes, it is. So we're talking SRFM, Surf Air Mobility. And in this review, we're going to take a deep dive at the stock. We're going to give you a profitability score. We're going to give you a solvency score. We're going to see who's buying on the inside, who's selling on the inside, the balance sheet, the profit, the loss, the whole thing. And this is a completely impartial review. I don't own any stock at all. I only own the S&P 500. That way, all my reviews are honest and straightforward and not biased in any way at all. We'll be looking at the latest news around the stock, giving it a back test as well, comparing it to the S&P. All of that's coming up in this review. It's going to be quite an interesting one, this one. So buckle up, get ready. Let's see if you should buy this stock, hold it, or sell it. Let's find out what you're going to do. Right. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you like the content, do smash the like button. If you don't like the content, please do hit the down like. If you do that, then you will find the content that you really like and you won't see me anymore. And I don't mind, because what I want is the most engaged audience. I want you to find the content that you really want. So we're talking electrifying planes right now. That's what we're talking about. And let's get straight into the stock without further ado. So here we go. We're going to start off nice and simple, and we'll get more and more in depth as we go. Now, as you can see, the stock price literally fell off a cliff back here, all the way down to $2. In fact, now it's $1.21. So it is a penny stock. So it's not done too well so far, but let's have a look. Surf Air Mobility operates an electric aviation and air travel company. The company was founded by Sudhin, Shahani and Liam Fayed in 2021, so only a couple of years, and is headquartered in California. Show more. The listed name is SRFM, Surf Air Mobility. Okay, just around a very short time, founded in California, 85 employees, and the CEO is Robert Stanley Little. So Robert, if you're listening, or anybody who invests in this company, when you see my video, please do contact me, or if anybody would like to contact the company, I would love to have them on the show and talk to them about their company. I'd love to get a review and, speak to them. I do a what's called Meet the CEO series, where I discuss with CEOs about their businesses. So I'd love you to come on the show and hear more about what you do. All right, let's carry on. And now, if we were buying this on margin, no surprise right now, it's regarded extremely high risk, 100% maintenance requirement, high risk if you were using it, if you're using margin to buy this company. $89 million is the outstanding share price. That does not mean the company's only worth $89 million. That's what it's worth, what people are prepared to pay for it. Price to earnings ratio, we haven't got any figures here yet. No dividend yet. Average volume, nothing at all. Hardly being traded at all. So you could buy the stock, find it going down. No one's willing to pay the price that you want to sell your stock for. So you could get stuck here. 52-week low, 65 cents. 52-week high, $20. So extremely volatile over the last 12 months. We've only got two reports here. Losing money back in Q2, much better in Q3, much better. So we're waiting to see how we'll do it in May. Will we be cash positive? Well, time will tell. Now then, let's see who else we're in bed with. Let's see who else invests in this stock. Straight away, I get worried here. When I see Mullen, it's the scammiest stock of all stocks on the history of the planet Earth, designed to take people's money, and people who invest in Mullen or gamble with Mullen also invest in Surf Air Mobility. It might be a great company. We don't know yet. We're going to look at the balance sheet in a few moments. But it is in bed with other investors who scout and spread FUD and false information. That worries me. Nikola as well. Archer Aviation, much better, but Oh dear, we've got Lucid as well. We've got the tribe of all the worst companies here all lined up. That means it's Gamblers Anonymous, and it means it's very, very risky. Now, the company might be great. However, it's unfortunately in bed with the worst company. So that does get me to rub my chin a little bit and take pause before we look too much further into this stock. So Let's carry on now. Well, first of all, look at the website. We're talking about electric planes here. So this is what we're talking about. Electrifying planes. Let's scroll down through the website. If you make planes electric, flying can be more affordable for everyone. Starting with small planes first, aviation's energy transition to electrified flight can make it possible to fly from the airports closer to your home. Let's read this here. A combination of our air travel service flying passengers today and the development of our electric technology uniquely positions us to commercialize electric aircraft. There we go. Small aircraft. That's what we're talking about. This is small aircraft at the moment. So that's what we are talking about. Electrifying small aircraft. A new type of mass transport solution has the potential to unlock 5,000 public use airports in the United States. Okay, let's carry on, look a bit further. What else do we have here? We're just looking at the website now and seeing how it looks. Turn your region into your neighborhood by connecting regional airports with seamless air travel. You can turn long drives into short flights. Okay, now then, let's have a look here. This is the investor presentation here. This is the insight to their engines. Let's have a read here. Surf Air Mobility is a Los Angeles-based electric aviation and air travel company expanding the category of regional air travel and reinventing flying through the power of electrification. We are building a regional air mobility ecosystem that will aim to substantially connect the world's communities. We believe bringing electrified aircraft to the market at scale will substantially reduce the cost and environmental impact of regional flying, and that such reductions are achievable by the end of the decade. That sounds pretty good to me. All right. Let's look further. We've got some news here that you might find interesting. Recent news. Let's have a look at it. This is just come out from Surf Air Mobility. And it says here, Surf Air Mobility, a company that aims to transform regional regional flying through electrification, and Zed Boscovich Air Charters Limited, a leader in private charter, safari, freight and corporate travel in Kenya, have entered into an agreement to upgrade Zed Boscovich's, I do apologize if I mispronounced that, current and future fleet of Cessna Caravans with Surf Air's proprietary electrified powertrain technology. Once certified, Zed Boscovich currently operates 13 Cessna Caravan, making them Kenya's largest charter operator of Cessna Caravan, and intends to add 2 additional Caravan aircraft to the fleet by the end of 2024. This partnership is another step towards Surf Air's expansion of its proprietary electrified powertrain technology, as it follows similar agreements to supply its electrified powertrains to Safari Link and Yellow Wings, 2 other Kenyan air operators. Okay, that's some news just out. I just thought I would share that with you. Now then, let's go into the actual numbers now of the company. This is what it's really about. Let's look at the intrinsic value of the company. Okay, that's what we need to know. Now then, if we look here at the intrinsic value, what we're seeing here is undervalued by 47%. But before you jump into your wallet and start writing a check, we need to look a bit deeper down than this. Best case scenario, undervalue 49. We're not in a best case scenario, of course. We've got macro conditions, wars, high inflation, and so on and so forth, high interest rates. Worst case scenario, 45%. So it does look good, but we have a warning here. The warning right now is showing that SRFM's intrinsic value is unreliable because it's based only on multiples and doesn't use DCF valuation. That's because some of the metrics are missing from the company. We can't provide everything, so we don't get an accurate reading, but it's the best that we have for what the company are providing at the moment. The intrinsic value. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to look deeper down into the financials. Let's have a look at the revenue, 11.7 million on the most recent range. Operating income is negative 25.2. Net income is also negative 65.1. We've got very limited information here on this company, so it's very speculative at this stage. You don't know what they're going to do. Free cash flow, 33.8 million negative, minus 7% down on the most recent range. Capital expenditure, 59% more been spent on the most recent range, negative 590,000, and 33.2 million, which is down 7% on operating cash flow. Okay, now then, let's have a look at the balance sheet. Now, this is a worry straight away. Look at this. This is a real scary one. We've got 14 million in assets and 160 million in liabilities. This doesn't look very good. However, we do have $2 million in cash, which is nice. But if we look at the liabilities, we've got long-term debt of 10 million. So we've got 10 million in debt, which equates to long-term debt is about 6%. 6%, well, that's not too bad over our overall liabilities. It's manageable, but we've got $10 million of long-term debt and only $2 million, so we can't pay all our debts off today. And what is a concern as well is 160 million in liabilities as opposed to only 14 million in assets. This is a very, very bad balance sheet. Not good at all. So anyway, we'll move along. Gross margin, we're losing money, negative 17%. Operating margin, 215% negative. As you can see, these are all negative figures apart from the ROCE, which is 37%. Okay, and ROE is 66%. Now then, if we look at this, the SRFM profitability score, 39%. So it's not that bad, actually. It could be a lot worse, but again, we're missing some of the metrics. 39%, exceptional 3-year average ROE is okay. Exceptional revenue growth forecast is good. Exceptional ROE is good, but negative operating income not so good. 39% is what we've got. Now, a solvency score, I actually thought it would be a lot lower than that, but there we go. It comes out at 30 because we have low DE metric, but positive net debt is bad. Short-term solvency is bad, and long-term solvency is bad as well. I don't think this company is in a very good state. Its balance sheet doesn't look too healthy at the moment, but Wall Street give it a potential of 198% upside on average, or the best would be 247%. On the worst case scenario, 150%. So this really is a very speculative gamble at this stage. Okay. Now, competitors, you want to look at the competitors to see what they're doing, and I can give you the link for this in a minute, so you can go through this list of potential competition, see how their balance sheets add up, and take a little look at that. You might want to have a little look at that. Anyway, now we're coming on to ownership of the stock. Now, this is important. This is where we learn who is selling the stock, who is buying the stock on the inside. What we don't want to see is too many people on the inside selling. And unfortunately, that's what we're seeing here as well. We've got in the last 12 months, the insiders haven't bought any shares, but have sold $113,000 of shares, which is not a huge amount, but a company of this size, it is significant. So there we go. No buying, just insiders selling. And that was maybe Edward. Maybe Edward, who is a director of the company. Okay. What about short interest? Well, there's no real attention here on the stock. No, there's nothing at all. That doesn't mean there's nothing at all. It just means there's nothing reported. So there probably isn't, or extremely low. But remember, this is once a month update. But showing no real negativity there or any short interest. That means there's no short squeeze coming. But there we go. Anyway, let's have a closer look at Surf Air Mobility. We'll take a little look here at one of the planes. We'll just play a little bit here. We can't play the audio because there is some music there, but you can see it in operation here. So it's electrifying very small craft like this at the moment, and seeing if we can, do much bigger planes in the future. But this is what this company is all about. What do you think? Is this the way forward? What do you think? I must admit, I've been looking at Lilium, which is a jet-propelled electric battery operated vehicle. I do like that. I think prop is a lot more inefficient rather. But anyway, we shall see. Surf Air Mobility to electrify Kenya's largest charter fleet with hybrid electric powertrains. And you can see all the solar panels coming in there. Gives you an idea what it's all about. What do you think? Okay, now then, we've had a look at the balance sheet. It's not looking too good. If you like what you're seeing, please do click like, share this video out, and also subscribe to my channel. That really helps me as well. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, now then, let's go and look now at if we compare this to the S&P, because you have to do that, because if you are about to make an investment, you've got to see what the alternatives are. Well, if we put $10,000 last year into the S&P, we would now be at 10,161, just slightly up. But Surf Air Mobility, our $10,000 would have gone down, which is in red, gone down to 7,677. Now, the S&P is all about long-term investing. Unfortunately, we can't share that because this is so new. But anyway, just to give you an indication of what it's all about. Now, do you think this company can make some money? The balance sheet does look a bit suspect at the moment. I don't know if they've got enough funds. I think they're going to need to raise more funds to make this work. So investors could be penalized, and it's already a very low float stock as it is. Anyway, so there you go. There's my review on Surf Air Mobility. What do you think? Leave me your thoughts in the comments. If anyone wants to reach out to the company, please do. I would love to hear from them and interview them on my show and learn more about the company. But Surf Air Mobility, that's a review. I hope you liked it. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Now, I did say if you wait to the end, click above my head and down in the description, and you can use the software that I use, which I believe is the most advanced algorithmic software available. All my reviews are unbiased. They're just numbers. I'm not sponsored or paid by anyone to do it. I just want to provide the best for my members. If you want a review, just go in the comments and ask me. If you are a member of my channel, I will review your favorite stock and update you and put it on my social media. So all my links are there. Over here, I'll put my full playlist of all the stocks I've reviewed. I've reviewed many companies, and I'm continually updating them as well. So if you want me to update something and provide more information, just ask me. And if you're one of my members, I will gladly do it. All right, that's it from me. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.